Hi, how's it going? Uh, just thought I'd take a minute to sit right here and tell you, I think I got it. I think I got it. The message that we were looking for. Now, I need to put together some more anchors, but for the most part, I got it. Okay, put this right here. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Now this is gonna get kind of informational, so be ready to jot some stuff down and try to organize it later if you got time. If not, you can come back and rewatch the video and try to do it again. Okay? All right? It's some extra homework. Okay? But I think it's important. It would behoove you to understand what I'm saying. Okay, no magic. Okay, we're not getting into no magic here, but it's some important information. Okay, it's a message. I've been working on it for a while. Now I've got some more anchors to put in, but I'll promise to try to keep posting videos. Okay. All right. Okay. Where to begin? Okay. I guess we'll start in the beginning. If you don't know where to begin, might as well start in the beginning. Okay. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Aha. God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, that's an important message. All right, so God did it. Now, all right, so we're saying God did it. Right, but we hadn't told you what God didn't do yet. Okay, all right. We're just telling you what God did. Okay, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, all right. All right. Now, we're gonna jump to... I don't know where the Garden of Eden story is, so I'm just gonna try to tell you. Eve was tempted, not necessarily by the snake, but kind of by the snake. But, you know, Eve was tempted to eat the fruit, God's fruit, because God wasn't there. And so she took it and ate it and gave it to Adam and ate the fruit. And it was the knowledge of good and evil, the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. It was the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. And they didn't have no clothes on when God come back. Eve was like, "Where's our clothes?" But that kind of threw man as a species into turmoil, and God couldn't have that inside the garden, so he had to put us out in the wild. Okay? That's pretty much what happened. All right? So God put us out in the wild, and we try to grow as a species and as a small world out in the wild. It was torture and torment, a lot of it, you know, because, you know, the thorns and the thistles came forth for our benefit. And that was harsh, you know, but then we're gonna travel to we're kind of time traveling. Okay. We're going to go to John chapter 1, verse 1. Okay. Now we're in Matthew. John's coming up. John. Luke. Here's John. Okay. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Okay. So, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, but also in the beginning, God was the Word. Okay. All right. All right. Now, we're going to go to Corinthians. It's after Romans. And I think it's Corinthians 11. Okay. Be you followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Thanks. But that's not what we were looking for. Okay. No. All right. All right. What we were looking for. Not what we're looking for. Okay. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, like she needs to protect her head, man, dishonoreth the head. But every woman that prayeth or oh, my phone's slipping. Okay. But, doggone it. Hey, Scobert, hold my phone up. All right. I'm putting my hat back on. No? I think it's slipping. Okay. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head. Something's trying to get in her head. You know, she's not protecting her head. You know, she the world's not holy. The world's not holy enough. Okay. For that is even all one as if she were shaven. What? Yeah, it's they're saying you're too combined with the world. You're a telepath. You can hear certain things. So you need to protect your head when you're praying. That way it's coming out more you. Okay? Alright. For the woman that is not covered, let her also be shorn. Oh, come on, that's harsh. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. Might as well cover, protect that head. You don't know what those other prayer people are doing with their prayer, biological parts. You don't know what they're doing. Cover that head if God says you need to cover it. All right. It's not that big a deal. I like hair. I do. But, if you're praying in private, which you're allowed to pray in private, okay, might cover your head if you want to, if you're a female. If you're a male, God said this is fine, But I like my hat, Let's go back and see what God says about it. Okay. For every man praying and prophecy, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Okay, so I'm not using my head's full potential if I cover my head while I'm praying. Okay. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head. It's basically saying, it's basically saying that, there's telepaths out there. There's certain stuff that's going on. You need to protect your head. Your head's fragile. You can be broke easy. What it's saying. Okay. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head for as much as he is the image and glory of God. Okay, so a woman kind of is too, if you're looking at the big picture of it. She is. But we are an image of God. Man is a type of God. Man is a type of God. They are. Look at all that you can do as man. We are not a God. But the woman is the glory of man. Yes, woman is glory of man. And, we tend to get jealous about certain things. And, she's also, part of God. Through Jesus Christ, all that is forgiven. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Well, that's true. Basically we came from an asexual state to a sexual state. there was no woman, and then all of a sudden there's woman, you know. For the man is not the woman, but the woman is the man. That's not saying women are born with penises. That's not what that's saying. It's not. It's really not. My sister was born a woman. She's born a girl. I guarantee it. There wasn't no molesting in no factory somewhere. Okay. Neither is the man created from the woman. That's kind of hazy right there. But the woman from the man. They have to be talking about a behavioral aspect of influences. I don't know. It still kind of works both ways there, but basically they're looking at it from a species point of view instead of an individual aspect of the woman being born, the man also being born from the woman. Although it was created from man in the beginning, the marriage, the woman carries the child, and the man carries his part of the child until he delivers it to the woman. I mean, that's also true. That must be what they're talking about. The man carrying his half. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Basically what I was talking about. Telepathy. Telepathy. The woman needs to cover her head and, keep it protected, because of the power of the angels. Okay, no, we're not supposed to be hurting nobody. Don't be going out there trying to hurt nobody. You ain't supposed to. Okay. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. Yeah. For as the woman is of the man, even is the man also of the woman, but all things of God. Judge in yourself, is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered? I don't know how a woman prays because I am a man, and the woman may pray in private. Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? Well, nature kind of does teach that, because automatically you see somebody with beautiful long locks, and you're like, wow, look at her. And then the man turns around, he's got a big old beard on, and you're like, oh, it's nature telling you that. It's just, oh. Okay. All right. Uh, for as the woman is of man, even as the man also of woman, but all things of God. Okay. But if the woman hath long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. Yeah. But if any man seem to be unconscientious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of God. I don't know what that means. I guess they're saying a man can't grow his hair out, but a man can do what he wants. Right? If he thinks he needs long hair to keep that hair cold, if he lives up north, by God, he can cover his hair. So, I mean, there's no conscientious objections, I hope, because if you want long hair and God says you can grow it, look to Samson. That's all I got to say. Look to Samson. Grow that lock out, man. Now in this that I declare unto you, I praise you not that you come together, not for the better, but for the worse. And that's not even a holy prayer right there. Number 17 in this sequence of this copy of the King James Bible is a damnation. Now in this that I declare unto you, I praise you not that ye come together, not for the better, but for the worse. That's a damnation. I don't know why it's even there. For first of all, when ye come together in the church, I hear that there be division among you, and I partly believe it. Well, I mean, personally, it's none of their business. That's between me and God and not really them. For there must be also a heresy among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you. Okay, of course somebody can say something dirty about me. Always, everybody can say something dirty about anybody. Even God, they say dirty things about. Duh. Okay. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in the eating of which one taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry, another is drunken. Okay, now we're getting into the Lord's Supper. We had to get through all that condemnation of, I guess, the church, because they're still trying to kill Jesus. That's where that condemnation was coming from, of the story of, because it's not in red letters. The red letters mean Jesus is talking. The black letters mean somebody else is talking, and they may not know what exactly they're talking about. Red letters mean Jesus is talking. Now, if you got a Bible with all red letters, that's ridiculous. Because not all them words are necessarily God. And yeah, it is a letter to you. But different parts of those are parables and stories of different characters that are real, in a telling of a story. So not all those characters in the Bible go to heaven. Okay? Okay, so we're in Corinthians and we're trying to find the Lord's Supper. Okay, Jesus did say, "Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken with you. This do in remembrance of me." Okay, so Jesus broke some bread, passed it out, and said, "This is my body, which is broken. Take and eat in remembrance of me." Okay, and they did. Okay. And after the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, "This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as often as ye drink it in remembrance of me." Okay. He's speaking as the Word, and he's speaking of himself, and they're all praying with him. "For as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you shew the Lord's death till he come." You do shew the Lord's death till he come. "Therefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord." I mean, we're all unworthy. I mean, we are. But we try our best to be worthy. But that's the Lord's Supper. It has nothing to do with about cannibalism. It has to do about word and word orientation and remembrance of self. And the Last Supper leads to the crucifixion, where it's very bloody. I'm not going to go to it and read it. But Jesus' last words were, "It is finished." But right before that, he says, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." They know not what they do. Okay. "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." And then John 1:1, God is the Word. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Okay. "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." Okay. And then Revelations. I'm just going to read the first verse. "The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent the signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Let me try to say that again. Okay, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass, and he sent and signified it by his angel unto the servant John. John 1:1. John. We're going to go back to John. Okay. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. All right. John. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. Okay. No joke. Scubert's peeing in the toilet. No, I couldn't grab it fast enough. He was peeing in the toilet. I swear he was. But, John 3:16. For whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. And then, we're going to go to Exodus to try and find the 10 Commandments. Genesis, Exodus, then Leviticus and Numbers. Okay. 10 Commandments. Does anybody know where I can find the 10 Commandments in Exodus? I know somebody does. Somebody knows where I can find them commandments. No, I can't find them. But the main one I was looking for was, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Me. Consciousness. Me. Have no other gods before God, who is a consciousness. A me. Have no other gods before me. But that's all I've got. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we ate the apple. But then Jesus forgave us. And that was honored. So forgiveness is real. And in the beginning, God was the Word. So if you have forgiveness, you're as good as the beginning, where we're in the garden, even though we're in the wild. So God is the Word. No magic now. It's not magic. Okay? Don't learn by osmosis. Just learn. Learn from your mistakes. Be worthy of that forgiveness. Because you may not be worthy. Nobody's really worthy. But try to earn it anyway. It's fun. It's fun to be good. Thanks. Have a good one.